Let's vibe, let's roll, let's get it. Whoa, shawty showing out, throwing on the dance floor. Fashion killer, huh? You don't give a fuck what a nigga gotta say or a bitch. What?
Hey you guys, it's Naimahrae and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, make sure you hit that subscribe button to join the fam because we stay lit over here every day, every year, every week, every hour, every second. Okay. Period. And if you're a returning viewer, hi, how are you guys doing on this lovely day? As you guys can tell by the title of this video, I'm gonna be telling you guys a story about how I almost had to fight an employee, bro. I was really ready to throw some hands. Like, I was gonna go up in there, I was gonna cuss him out. I was gonna call the manager. I was like, he need to be fired. I was ready for it. I was ready. And to see how all of that came about, please stay tuned for the rest of the story. I don't have any announcements this time, so with that being said, we're just gonna jump right into the video. Okay, so pretty much this was when I got my car. So I got my car July 8th. I bought it used, just so you guys know. So I was like driving around every day, okay? And I was never like really out like super late because I didn't have a reason to be. And so me and my boyfriend, we were driving one night and we had came, because this was also the process when I was moving as well. So we were coming back from this apartment to go to my old apartment. And y'all, I went to turn on my lights. They didn't come on. So I'm sitting here thinking that my headlights is just really dim. I really thought that, but they actually did not come on at all. Turns out only my daylights were on, so I could not see at all while I was driving. I was legit using like other people's headlights to help guide me through because y'all, I could not see nothing, okay? It was bad. So I was like, oh my gosh, like, I gotta get this fixed. Like, because I was really confused because when I was driving my mom's car, she doesn't have daylights on her car. So I don't know how daylights work. So this car that I have, that I got, it has daylights on it. And I was like, I didn't know the difference, okay? Let's just be real. I didn't know the difference, okay? So maybe that's my fault. Maybe that's my fault. But moving forward. So pretty much, like, I got a car and the headlights didn't work. So I was like, dang, like, I have to get this fixed because if I'm ever driving, like, at night, which I don't do that much driving at night, but still, like, I would like to know that I could see. So I was like, okay, tomorrow, like, I'm gonna go to, you know, AutoZone, O'Reilly's. Those are two places in the story, so that's why I'm throwing them out there. And I'm gonna, try and get these fixed. The next day I woke up, I was like, okay, let's go to AutoZone. So me and my boyfriend, we went to AutoZone. The guy that was there, I asked him, I told him like the situation. I was like, hey, like, you know, my headlights aren't working, like I can't, you know, see at night at all, like they're really dim. I really thought that my headlights were just really dim. I didn't know that my daylights were the only one that were on and my headlights weren't working. So I was explaining the situation to him and he was like, oh, okay, well, you know, it's bright outside, so like I'm not gonna be able to see nothing now, so like if you come back like later, because we close at so-and-so. So he was pretty much saying like, come back later because I can't help you because you're describing the situation and I need to see the lights and you can't see them in the daytime. So I was just like, bro, I'm not trying to wait till like nighttime again, and what if I can't get my headlights fixed? Then I'm gonna be SOL because I'm not gonna be able to see when I'm driving. So I was like, okay, yeah, I'll be back later. O'Reilly's across the street, so guess where I went? O'Reilly's. So I go in there, I'm like, hey, do you guys have headlight bulbs for so-and-so, because my headlights aren't working? And he was like, yeah, we do, don't ask so-and-so. And so he helped me pick out which ones I needed for my car, and I purchased them. And I asked this man, okay? Now remember this, you guys. I asked him, I was like, do you guys put them in too, or do I have to put them in? He was like, no, we don't do that here. And I was like, okay, that's fine. So I go home, okay? I go home and I look it up on the internet. I'm like, okay, I'll just do it myself. You know, me and my boyfriend, we'll figure it out. So we're like looking and we're like, dang, we don't know how to put these in. And I was like, I don't want to mess up my car because I just got it. So I called my friend who we gonna call, I don't know, y'all. I'm terrible with coming up with names. Okay, we gonna call her Becky, okay? I called Becky. And I asked her, I was like, hey, does your boyfriend know how to put in like headlight bulbs? And she was like, yeah, he did it for his car. I was like, great. Are you guys busy? Like, can you come here, please? And she was like, yeah, we'll come and we'll help you out. So Becky's boyfriend gets here and what do I want to name her boyfriend? Nike. Okay, so Nike, he gets here, Becky gets here, you know, we chilling or whatever, and he's like working on my headlights or whatever. And so he just comes to the point, like him and my boyfriend, they're just like, we can't get the current bulb that's in there out. So I don't know what you want to do. And Becky's like, that's so weird because, you know, O'Reilly's usually replaces the bulb for you. Like, you just have to ask. And I'm just like, oh, that's weird because, like, I asked, right? And the guy said no. Y'all remember that, right? So I was like, well, he said no. So I'm thinking, like, maybe it's a selective location thing. She was like, no, they definitely should be able to replace the bulb. So she looked it up on the internet. And then I looked it up on the internet. And I was like, this is when I started to get mad. I was like, so you telling me that this man who we gonna name Billy, okay, he ain't want to do his job, bro. He did not. And it was real hot outside. And I think he just didn't want to come outside. I think that's what it was. He was sweating. He ain't feel like doing his job. He didn't want to work. That's what it was. That's exactly what it was. He's slicing paper. Anyways, I see Google and I get mad because at this point the sun is setting, right? So it's like, it's to the point where I'm kind of almost needing my headlights. And I'm like, bro, like, why is this more, like, it took up the whole day and it became such a long task for, I feel like, absolutely positively no reason, because if Billy would have just put the headlights in the first place, we wouldn't have had his problems. We wouldn't. So I called them to be sure because I didn't want to waste gas driving up there and just so he could say the same thing. I was like, hi, I was up there earlier and I purchased some headlight bulbs and I just want to know, can you guys put them in? And he was like, yeah, we could do that. I was like, oh, really? Because the guy that I spoke to earlier, he said that y'all couldn't do it. And I knew it was him on the phone, so I just wanted him to hear the upset, the frustration in my voice. And he was like, oh, well, yeah, we could put him in. Blah, 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 blah. And I was like, okay, well, I'm coming back up there. And he was like, okay, that's fine. So we all get in my car and we all go up there. I go in there ready to, like, I was ready to speak to a manager. I was literally about to walk in because I saw Billy at the counter and I was about to be like, I want to speak to your manager. And then his manager came out. His manager was probably about like 85 years old, y'all. And I was like, well, no wonder you don't want to do your job. I was like, what is he going to do? He not going to yell at you. He going to be like, yeah, it's fine. Don't worry about it, little son. Son, don't worry about it. Like, I was just like, it's not even, like, a point in me wasting my breath explaining what happened to the manager because he's probably not going to get in trouble anyway. So he sees me walking. He's like, you called about the headlights, right? I was like, yes. And, like, I was just really aggravated and I really wanted to go off on him, but I was holding it in. I was, because I really was ready to, like, I was ready to throw some hands, y'all. I was. Stop playing with me. He's like,
okay, well, I'll be out there in a second. I can't leave the front end. I gotta wait till the guy come out.
Okay, I get it. Okay, so I'm standing there, I'm waiting. I'll go outside and wait. It's too hot outside. I come back in. I'm like, and so his manager finally walks out, and that's when I saw that the manager was old. And he was like, I'm going to go help her with her headlights. And the guy was like, oh, okay. I was like, oh, my gosh, I'm not even going to waste my time talking to the manager. So he goes outside, right? And he's trying to work on the headlights or whatever. And he's like,
oh, you had LED lights in here. So, you know, like, that's why you couldn't see nothing. Like, they're not working at all.
And I was like, oh, okay, well, that's good to know. That's when I found out my headlights weren't working. And I was just like, okay, well, can you get that out so I could put the bulb in? Because it was like, there's a certain little piece for the LED lights that was holding them in, and it was like stuck in the headlight area where they had to put the bulb at. And he was like,
I mean, no, I can't. He was like, you're probably gonna have to go to a mechanic. You're probably gonna have to take it to the Honda dealership because I can't get it out.
and I was just like, okay. So he was like,
yeah, so I don't know if you want me to put these back in or if you just want me to, like, leave them out. He's like, you might want me to put them back in. You might just have to get some LED replacements, you know?
I was like, well, how much is that going to cost? Do y'all sell that here? Do y'all do that here? And he's like,
no, we don't. You know, like I said, you're gonna have to go to a mechanic.
and I'm just like, really, at this point, I was ready to slap this man. Like, because I just felt like, y'all, let me just get on with the story. So pretty much he couldn't get the headlight bulbs in. So he just put the LEDs that weren't working back in. And he was like, and I was like, well, I want to return the bulbs since I can't get no headlight bulbs put in my car. And he was like, oh, okay, that's fine. So he does the return for me or whatever. And I leave. Okay. And so I go back to my apartment. I'm a little frustrated because I'm like, bro, it's getting dark. I don't have no headlights. I don't want to take the car to a mechanic. Like, this is going to cost me way more than I want it to be. Like, honestly, the whole thing was just it was turning into way too much, like ridiculous amount. And so I was like, oh my gosh, AutoZone. I was like, do you think the guy will be able to get the LED thing out? Like, I was asking my boyfriend, I was like, do you think he'll be able to get it out so we could take and put the actual headlight bulbs in? He was like, I mean, we could go up there and see. And at this point, Becky and Nike left, like, after we left O'Reilly's, just so y'all know. So me and my boyfriend, we go up to AutoZone. So then I'm talking to the same dude who told me I need to come back later, who I'm gonna call Blue, okay? So I'm talking to Blue. I'm like, hey, like, you know, like, I'm back. And he was like, okay, let me see what you working with. And he's like, oh yeah, your headlights aren't coming on at all. He was like, these are just the daylights. He was like, and those are your brights, so just turn. And I was like, oh, okay. So, you know, I thought all headlight systems work the same in every car. I don't know if it's because my car is 2012 or what, but I was just like, okay. Like, I was really confused. And he was like, yeah. He was like, you know, I can help you out. He was like, so what kind of headlights you want? I was like, just get me something so I can see. So he helped me out. I ended up purchasing some more headlights, which was the same price. So I might as well have just kept the ones from O'Reilly's, but I didn't now. So he comes outside. He's like, yeah, you know, pretty much if we could get that little piece out, I could put these bulbs in there for you and da-da-da-da. I was like, oh, okay, great. So here we are, me, him, and my boyfriend. We all out there like pulling, like we trying to get these things out, man. And at this point it's low key, like the sun is setting officially. Like it's starting to, like, I don't know, what is that called? Dusk? Yeah, it's like dark, but not dark yet. So like we're out there and it's hot. He's tugging and pulling, and it was a lot going on, y'all. It was a lot going on. But honestly, Blue kept going in and out of AutoZone and grabbing tools that would, like, to see if he could grip it so it could come out. And I give him so much credit. Like, blessings are sent to that man because he was very determined to get them bulbs in that car, okay? So finally, after literally, I promise you guys, we was out there for about like an hour. It felt like probably an hour and a half. I don't know, but we was out there for a minute. And I was low-key ready to give up. But at the same time, I was like, I know I'm not going to be able to see going home. So I really hope he could do this. He got both of them out. He was able to put my bulbs in. And I was like, thank you so much, Blue. I really appreciate you. Like, I really wish I had cash. I was going to ask him if he had a Cash App because I was ready to be like, sir, I just want to give you a tip because thank you. I can see. Like, y'all, I was so happy. Like, he was really dedicated. I really appreciated it. He was like, dang, y'all making me work today. I was like, yeah, well, at least you wanted to work because old dude at O'Reilly's didn't. I swear to y'all, that's exactly what I said because after Blue got them headlights in, I really wanted to run up in O'Reilly's. And I had some words for Billy. I did because, sir, what? Like, you just being lazy. Like, you know, you could have got that little thing out. Okay, it's not even that deep. I'm not going to waste my energy. But anyways, yeah, that's the story pretty much of the time that I almost fought an employee. I know it doesn't seem like I almost fought him, but y'all, I was very, 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 very mad, okay? And if you've ever had any type of headlight struggle, then you probably understand what I'm talking about, because I legit could not see when I was driving, and this man was making it seem like, oh, well, I can't get it out. Like, sir, what? Do your job. Figure it out. Like, that's what you're here for. Like, ooh. Anyways, I say all this to say, moral of the story is, okay, if the worker is being lazy, beat them up. No, I'm kidding. Don't do that. Don't do that, y'all. Please do not take my advice. But seriously, like, y'all, if y'all work at a place, do not be lazy. Don't be lazy because you don't never know what nobody going through and et cetera, okay? Anywho's, that's pretty much the end of the story time. It was like kind of short. I didn't expect it to be this short, but it's okay. It's fine because I have more story times coming for you guys. I always do. Let me know if you guys want me to continue my high school crush story time series, which I'm probably going to continue anyways. But yeah, With all that being said, make sure you guys leave a like, leave a comment, and subscribe. Let me know down below if you guys have ever had any ridiculous, like, car issues and the mechanic or whoever was helping you was just giving you the runaround, like, on some stupid stuff. Like, just let me know in the comments down below. Make sure you guys follow me on all my social media, which is at naimahrae, always in the description box down below. I'm sorry for the lighting. I don't know if it's changing or not. The sun is definitely setting. I need to stop filming around this time. That's probably what my problem is. But with all that being said, I will see you guys in my next video. Bye, guys.
I want a chick that grind on a 9 to 5. Oh, she in them college books trying to get a rise. But tonight, I'm just trying to have a good time.